4D Lemonade Aquarium Style Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a little lemonade aquarium style nail. So this one is something that I had thought of doing in January, which is a long time ago. So if you guys are looking at the nail design that I'm wearing and thinking, man, that looks like that's from a long time ago, it is, because I did this nail in January. I just saved it to wait until uploading. But it's very fitting for June, so here we go. And it's a lemonade pitcher, just a clear pitcher, and inside, for the aquarium portion of it, there is yellow glitter, pink glitter, and then little lemon fimo cane slices. These little fimo cane slices are one of those things where I was cleaning out my nail stuff and I completely reorganized everything, and it's beautiful now. And I came across all of these fimo cane slices I completely forgot I owned. There's something that I got maybe 6 years ago, a long time ago, before I even had a YouTube channel, that I didn't really see a use for, and I just kind of stuck them in my drawer and left them and forgot about them. And then all of a sudden you find them and you're like, hey, these are kind of cool. I feel like I could do something with these. So that's where this came from. And these little lemon slices are going to be used in two videos, so today's and tomorrow's. And they're two designs that go together, but this one, I like this one better personally because it's got the aquarium little aspect in it. So the glitter and the lemon slices, they float around inside the pitcher, which is just so cute. So it's like a little pink lemonade pitcher. I love it. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. And don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So I'm going to begin with an overlay of a pale blue acrylic over the background. The reason I went with pale blue is because I wanted to be something bright and summery. The other option that I would recommend is a really neon pink, but if you did that, then I wouldn't put any of the pink glitter inside the actual lemonade pitcher because you wouldn't really see it. I would probably just double up on the yellow glitter just to kind of, you know, keep that visible. And then I'm going to be encasing the nail with a layer of a layer of clear acrylic over the light blue to make sure that it is nice and strong and has a nice apex on it. So have that on there, and then after you have that done, then I'm going to be filing the nail into shape with my e-file, starting out with a pretty coarse bit to remove any bulk that's on there or any lumps, bumps, or major problems. And then after I have that done and make sure it is a good shape, then I'm going to take a much finer bit and just go over that to make sure that it is nice and smooth. So now I'm going to be wrapping the end of a marker very tightly with some plastic wrap. The reason that I'm using a marker instead of something else is that I thought that it had the right shape on it, and it was a little bit bigger than, say, the end of a brush. Plus, like I said, it had the right shape. It kind of tapered in at the bottom without coming to a point, which is what I was looking for. So with clear acrylic, I'm going to go over the bottom of the marker just to make basically the last 2/3 or the bottom 2/3 of the pitcher. This is just the portion that is going to be the aquarium. So you're not doing the whole pitcher all the way up to the brim because you're not having liquid that goes all the way up to the brim. Say a couple glasses have been taken out of this pitcher already. You've had some lemonade. This isn't the first time you've drank out of this one. So you don't want it to go all the way up to the top. So then peel off the plastic wrap after that's set, cut off any really long hangy pieces that there might be, and then fill in any of the little wrinkles that the plastic wrap may have left inside the pitcher with some more clear acrylic. So just kind of smooth out the inside. That will show, so you do want to make sure that it does look nice. So now we're going to be making the top of the pitcher. So this is the part where you're kind of making the cap on the aquarium is what you're doing. So make a little C shape or a little crescent shape and hold your little pitcher up there. You want it to have a hole in it. So you want it to be like the little half circle that mimics the shape of your pitcher, and then the little inside circle where you can put in your lemon slices and your glitter when you get to that stage. Just hold that in place until it sets. Make sure that it is nice and secure. And then after that's done, you can kind of see how it looks. I know it's really hard to see in the video when I was doing it, but then apply gel sealer inside the pitcher to make sure it is nice and shiny and clear, and then cure that very, very well. So I'm going to be filing my pitcher into shape. I'm going to make sure that it's really nice and smooth on the outside, as well as making sure that the edge that's going to be glued onto the nail doesn't have any weird stuff going on with it. So just gently file your pitcher into shape. Remember, it is very thin, so you don't want to overfile it or do anything too crazy, but you can kind of make sure that it's nice and perfect and symmetrical. And then glue that onto the nail as close to the tip as you can get it, so that you have enough room to make the rest of the pitcher, the brim, and add a lemon slice and some decorations around it. And then fill in all of the gaps going around it with some more of the clear acrylic. You want to make sure that there are no holes in that perimeter going around this part of the pitcher, except for that larger half circle that we made in the very top of it. That half circle is, like I said before, where you're going to be putting in the slices of lemon and your glitter and everything. So that one has to stay, but you want to make sure all of those other holes are leak proof, so they're not going to be leaking out the oil or the water that you're going to be filling your pitcher with. So then add in your little half slices of fimo cane. Make sure that you're using ones that are very thin because they're just going to float better. I put in 3. I think 3. No, I put in 4. I put in 4, and then I'm going to be putting in some yellow hexagon shaped glitter. So I've got my nice little yellow glitters. Make sure that I know some of my yellow glitter, even though it looks yellow in the jar, once you get it away from being so thick, it just looks clear. So make sure you're using a glitter that actually looks yellow. And then some pink hexagon glitter. So I use bigger glitter, not super fine stuff. I think it floats better in aquariums. It's completely up to you though. It's personal opinion, but I like that. So then using a syringe, I'm going to be filling my aquarium. And you can use water or oil. I'm using water for this one, which was the first time I've ever used water. I've used oil for all my others. And the difference is I think the oil makes everything in there kind of float a little bit more. It's a little bit more lethargic looking, whereas the water things sink and float a little bit quicker. So it doesn't really matter. It's just opinion. So after you have it cleaned off so that you don't have a whole bunch of extra water or oil sitting on the nail, especially if it's oil, get rid of all of it that you can. Cap off, so put a little bead of acrylic on your hole that you were using to fill your pitcher with. And then you're going to place down some more clear acrylic, and then as that's setting, sort of press your brush underneath it and kind of flick it up to create the brim of your pitcher. So it's kind of a weird thing, but you have to sort of like slide underneath and pick it up. So it makes sense when you're doing it and it works out. It's not that difficult, but it's weird to explain. But just make sure that it kind of flares out to the side so that it'd be easy to pour out of if you were actually to be using this. And then take another slice of fimo cane, one that has a little pizza triangle taken out of it, and set that on the brim of the pitcher so it looks like there's a little lemon slice as a decoration. And then once again on a nail form backing, we're going to be sculpting a handle out of clear acrylic for the edge of the pitcher. So just make kind of an ear shape is what I think of when I'm looking at this. It reminds me of an ear, so who knows what that is. But it's not just a little C shape. It's got a little bit more decorative shape to it. Just work that out and kind of play with that until you're happy with the shape of it. Then leave that until it's set. After it's set, you can take it off and then glue it onto the side of your pitcher. Just take a little bit of nail glue, which is horrible stuff. If you guys know my opinion on nail glue, it's awful. But glue that on. Hold that. It shouldn't take too long for that glue to set, hopefully. And don't glue yourself to your pitcher either. Be very careful of that. But then take some more clear acrylic and kind of secure it in place. So add some more to just a little bit on the front of your pitcher, but then really add a lot of clear acrylic to the back of that handle because it's pretty thin at this point. So you want to add some more clear acrylic to thicken it up and make it so that it's not just going to snap off. Then I'm going to be adding just a couple highlights with white on my pitcher, not too many because it is clear, but you do want to add just a couple to make it look like it's glass and shiny. So a couple on the brim, a couple on the handle, and then a little bit on where the aquarium is. And then apply a layer of gel sealer over the whole thing, just like that, and cure it. And over the background too, because the background has no gel on it, but make sure the whole thing is really nice and shiny and pretty. After that's cured, you are all done and you can play with it. All these aquariums are so much fun to play with. I've made a couple in the past. I made a Coca-Cola bottle that I thought was awesome. It was the first one I ever made. That was amazing. I made a beer stein, and I've also made a knife that goes through the nail, and then there's floating red glitter in there. So I'll put links to those in the description box below. I know people ask me, have you ever made an aquarium? I have. Not normal ones, funny, different ones. So I hope you guys like this one too, and please share recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!